Hey guys, I'm Northern Dice, and I'm going to be unboxing my deluxe edition of Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. Now this is one that I missed the Kickstarter for, but was lucky enough to catch the late pledge. And I know, as usual, very little about it. I did do a little bit of background research. I didn't impulsively back this one. I was a bit cautious. No reason really, just a bit cautious. And then when I saw the late pledge, did my research and realised actually, you know what, should have backed it there and then. Because it is something that really appeals. So, straight off the bat, as always with all Gamelyn games, the lid is decorated. Usually it's a bit of an explanation of stuff, but this appears just to be a little tray to roll your dice in, which is very nice. And then we have a rule book and the Tiny Epic Dinosaurs Laboratory expansion, which is part of the deluxe. So let's have a quick flick through the rules. Awesome look at all of the different components and the different cards you can get. Prologue, so there's a bit of narrative to it. Game setup. Game overview, assigning ranchers, collecting resources, assigning ranchers, running through the, I believe it's phases inside of rounds, if memory serves. Not entirely sure, but I know that you do certain things in a certain order, build up your resources and dinosaurs, as it were, then move on to the next round. And I think it's seven rounds. And then there's solo play mode, like with all, as far as I'm aware, Gamelyn Games. Very cool. And FAQ, and then just a bit of art on the back. Awesome. So I'll save this until the very end because it is the expansion, but we will go into these incredibly tiny dinosaurs. Okay, so recently my friend got the expansion to Dinogenics, and the dinosaurs are, they're meeples. They're meeple size. But these are minuscule. The detail on that Stegosaurus, the actual size of it. Wow, okay, that's really awesome and really impressive. And here's an example of one of the meeple. A classic telltale sign of any Gamelyn Games game is that your meeple are custom. And with these ones, they have a little hat on. In previous ones, they've been made out of plastic and had little sockets to equip equipment with them, which has been very welcomed as well. What else have we got in here? I don't want to pour this out. I'm not just being a bit tight. How will I pour it out? Because I'm cautious that these bits are so ever so tiny and my hands are ever so big. I'm going to lose them. Let's have a sift through. Let's have a look at what we got. Oh, where do I even start? What we got? Okay, some meat. And I think that's a leaf. And a box. Now these are going to be your 3 resources that you'll have access to in the game. The ones that are food are going to be fed to dinosaurs, and this one is part of a resource to do actions. We have these little fences. I am getting very strong Dinogenics vibe from this. We have an I Heart Dinos little token, which is potentially for... No, I think this is, as I remember, the first player. Yeah, first player. Not sure what that's for them. It's not just... Nothing has ever not gone without purpose in one of these games, so I'm not sure what that's for. Let's have a look at the cards. Yeah, I'm getting major Dinogenics vibes from this. Dinogenics is a game I do enjoy, but it's meaty and it's big and it's heavy. The expansion fixes a lot of things that were not as enjoyable with the core game, but this is, on a much smaller scale, I'll admit, rival. So that's going to be your opponent if it's single player. Actually, you know what, looking at it, I think I've made a bit of a mistake. I don't think those are your opponent solo cards. I think these ones are, since it says quite clearly on it, rival rancher. These are private goals, things that you need to discard on your turn. Don't know. Don't remember how the actual action system works. The Dino Meeples, the workers, all strong on the Dinogenics front. As I keep saying, I'm not meaning to compare. I'm sure they can, games within their own merit. We've got these sciencey cards, some with dinosaurs, some with conical flasks on them. And then we have some public ones in the same style as the private ones, which are contracts, again, contracts. And these are listed as public, so I'm going to guess that everybody can see those at any time. Let's move on to this next little bit in the box. Look at what's in the box. This is one of the few games from Gamelyn, no discredit to them, where I've looked at it and gone, actually, you know what, everything is going to fit back in. Tiny Epic games are often tiny, often epic, but never fit back in their tiny box. So what we've got here, we've got quite a few different things. So A, just put that there, B, C, and D. These are your action spots that you can claim with your workers. I'm going to say Dinogenics again. 3 to 4, 1 to 2. So there's different sides for different amounts of players to give different amounts of options. I guess that sort of makes it a bit more tangible within itself, so you're not always going to be chasing your tail. A card simply for contracts. A card for each colour of player. And what's this side for? I don't know. Possibly solo player. Poacher, breeder, scientist, contractor. Yeah, that must be the solo play variant. And some double-sided areas for your dinosaurs to inhabit, alongside a discard and research pile and final scoring, the actual game logistic round. Cool. Really nice quality to those. They don't feel heavy. They feel quite easy to pick up, but at the same time they still feel quite robust, which is nice. Nice bit of detail on that quality. As far as the Dino Meeples go, they are insane quality. Let's have another look at these, because I've noticed that they're all in different colours. So we've got our, get me massive hand ready. Stegos in your yellow. You've got some, I'm going to hazard a guess at raptors in your red. Some Bronte boys in your blue, and raptors in green. So the red must be T-Rex or some of the likes. I'm not a dino expert. And what are these purple boys then? He looks a bit big. Along with the purple ones are going to be your unique ones. So the idea is that I think through those cards you can get unique dinosaurs as well that also do different things. Right. It's been very short for this tiny epic unboxing, but all in all, I'm quite impressed by this. Oh, no, stop. Don't roll the credits. The lab expansion. I said I'd have a look at the lab expansion. That's what we've got. If you weren't interested in the lab expansion, the video is done. What we got? The Mosasaur. More cards. Of this flavour. I wonder if this can just be straight integrated and played with. We've got what looks like a research path. No detail on the back. But what I'm going to hazard a guess at is that everybody starts there and then you're able to, depending on what sort of, I'm going to say, strand you follow, you can do certain things. So that could be quite good for manipulation within the game. And then we've got a bit of information on the actual lab, which might be worth reading at first. Players' ranchers have laboratories where they can make breakthroughs and discover new science. Microscopes, beaker tokens. Apply the microscope to that spot. Every time you move it, making a breakthrough, you get that thing. And it goes into solo mode as well. Very cool. So just a bit more variation, a bit more spice into it. Maybe it's less of an expansion and more of a variant, if you will. But anyway, as I said, I'm impressed by the quality. I'm always stunned by the quality of these games, but this one actually will fit back in the box, which is nice. The Dinosaur Meeples are amazing quality, not amazingly qualified. I'm sure they're qualified in whatever field they choose. Amazing quality. The cards seem really, really good, and to be honest, the game doesn't look like it's going to take that much to get your head around. And I've just noticed there is a cheeky little die in the corner, which is a nice contrast to pink and green. And I'm going to hold my breath and say I have no idea what it's for. But I've cut and chased too many times now. I'm going to end it there. Thank you ever so much for sticking around. I will catch you next time.